It's Movie Time is brought to you by the Gateway Film Center, 1550 North High Street, Columbus, Ohio. For their details and showtimes online at gatewayfilmcenter.org.
The award-winning It's Movie Time is produced by John DeSando. Listen to the shows and read reviews online at WCBE.org.
I'm John DeSando.
And I'm Sommer Marie.
And It's Movie Time.
It's Movie Time.
All right, Summer. The movie is Manchester by the Sea.
Yes.
Now, I'm telling you, I'm hearing an awful lot of buzz. Why? Why any buzz about this movie?
It is beautifully shot.
Okay.
Right? It's full of ache, as Johnny DiLoretto would say. Lots of stuff.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think it's set in New England.
Right.
And it's mostly from Boston up to the North Shore. And you get to Manchester and Beverly and all the places. So it's got it heavy on the accents.
Yeah.
What I remember of New England, and one of the reasons I'm not there now, is the gray.
Yeah. Yeah, my folks lived in Boston for a while, and yeah, the gray, the snow, the cold.
Yes.
Yeah.
But isn't it beautiful?
Yeah, it's gorgeous. I love it.
The cinematography on this film is gorgeous when, in fact, now, why, figuratively, should it have that cast? You know, that gloomy cast.
Oh, well, it's foreshadowing, the plot. But it's beautiful and gloomy.
Yes.
Exactly the way you would sort of describe the film.
Yes.
And that's why they're the same with the music. The classical music over top this just gorgeous score with just this painful plot, right? Yes. So it's not irony, but
but it is a nice synergy, isn't it, between that and it's really what you would want with a film to give you the visual support of what's going on inside. Now, people need to know, and any of our audience who claim that they're going to be up on the Oscars, they had better get to see Manchester by the Sea, because Casey Affleck is going to be nominated.
Yeah. One of my favorite things, and I was listening to Fresh Air, and it happened to be an interview with him.
Oh, okay, good.
The day I saw we went to the screening, so it was great. And she said, gosh, I can't believe how much you controlled your emotions in these really tragic moments. And he said, really? You thought that I felt just full of, of the emotion.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah. What did you think of that? Because I felt he was in pain.
To me, what perfect job he did with it. I suspect that he's less outgoing than his brother Ben.
Right.
No doubt about that.
Sure.
Most of the roles I've seen him in have been that quiet, subdued, angry kind of 1950s, 60s rebel James Dean type.
Yeah.
So I think his persona, by his own nature, is that. But I'll tell you this, I think what he did perfectly and what Ken Lonergan, the director, did was to show us that this is basically a quiet, introspective guy who has been clobbered by incidents not under his control. And that he has been made inarticulate. That it is like the scene with Michelle Williams, beautiful scene, when she's crying about how she still loves him.
Yeah. Oh.
And he's unable. He can't go there.
No, he says no. Right. And in some ways you think, because he's going to move forward, and he has to put that, but he doesn't. It's not because he's going to move forward. It's because he can't, what she says at the end, he can't beat it.
Yes, I can't, right.
And that ambiguity of the
excellent,
I can't beat it. It's like, what, life? Or your inability to not do things your own way? Because in some ways you're right, it's circumstances that make his life so awful.
Well, one that's just
devastating.
Right.
But he is a part of it, so that's the rub there.
Yeah.
That is like, he had a role
in
creating it. So you feel bad, but you also...
there's his responsibility. You're right. It's not an outside force. He's integral to what happens to him.
Right.
And and I loved your comment about not going forward,
Mm-hmm.
and particularly because you teach writing and literature and so on,
Mm-hmm.
you're sensitive to the fact that most arcs move in a way,
Mm-hmm.
and we as audiences in film
Mm-hmm.
like to see it moving
A
up.
turn, a
right,
change.
right,
How does the hero change?
right, right.
Yeah, right.
And he is not moving forward. Isn't that funny?
Yeah, no one is saved in this, I don't think, But so that's the other part of this film that's so great, and I feel like I'm seeing it more, and I'm wondering if you are. The directors and screenwriters, I think, are resisting the tidy ending
Got it.
more and more,
Got it.
and making it more realistic.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
And I'm happy.
Oh, and I am happy too. And it goes back to our discussion about the cinematography, catching what I knew of New England, that there are long periods of grayness.
Mm-hmm.
There are long periods for a person of introspection that kind of fosters
Yeah.
inside, as opposed to the sunny West Coast.
Right.
The East Coast has it, and it gives you time to think about it.
Right.
And
That's
and I just feel that he's not going, but he is going somewhere
yeah.
in this, and particularly with his nephew.
Yeah, that's a very important relationship.
Oh,
That that kid was. He actually. Something awful happens to him, and you would think he wouldn't be the one that would be the comedic relief, or not comedic. That's too strong of a word, but the levity.
oh,
that,
listen.
know.
I think you're on.
Yeah.
There's a part that is so memorable to me is the repartee between the two of them,
Yeah.
between nephew and uncle,
Mm-hmm.
is hilarious.
Yeah.
Uncle playing the straight man,
Mm-hmm.
the young kid is just beating him up verbally,
Yeah.
and it's a delight to hear.
Right.
We were talking over dinner about repartee, and the New York Times had a long article on
Yeah.
the return of that with the Gilmore Girls.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, the strength of the screwball comedies, 30s and 40s, was in that verbal battering.
Yeah.
I just loved.
Yeah, that back and forth,
Yeah.
rapid fire
Yes.
kind of.
Yes. Yeah.
They were great.
And it's smart. It's smart stuff.
Yeah, I saw them too as on two sides of an emotional spectrum in some ways. Both of them, though, inarticulate in their emotional and not very generous with their emotions, right?
Yes.
I guess, and there's only the one time when the kid breaks down with the freezer where the food's coming out, and he doesn't even know what's happening to him, but it's clear he's having a panic attack,
Yes.
and he doesn't know how to kind of express that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Beautiful
so,
scene. I love when Uncle says, "What can I do for you?" She's like, "Can I bring your friends over?"
Yeah.
He's having a breakdown.
Yeah.
And I love that because there was no easy answer to that.
No.
And here's a guy who clearly is not prepared
No.
for a teenager going through a
Right.
spell. And
Yeah.
it's just so beautifully done without any adornment.
Mm-mm.
I even think the music probably doesn't swell at
It
all.
doesn't. I
Yeah.
don't remember
Yep.
it during that.
So
yeah.
it's part of what I love about this film. The realism,
Mm-hmm.
the small moments. I think I
Mhm.
said in my review, I talked about the beats are small,
Mhm.
but they accumulate.
Yeah.
Think, Summer, about some of the shots in the beginning when he's shoveling snow,
Yeah.
hauling garbage.
Right.
Some people would complain that there's
Uh-huh.
nothing going on here.
Yeah. I would have complained, but yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. It didn't.
But Lonergan is such a, and we can tell that from You Can Count on Me, such a expert at the small business of living.
Mm-hmm.
And I just love the way he selected those shots, which for an ordinary person would go, oh my, or let's just say, some people would go, what the heck are we
Yeah,
spending
let's
time
move on.
watching him act like a janitor?
Right. Right. It's sort of, I don't know, maybe this is a stretch, but it reminds me of like Hemingway, where the way he uses setting and environment to tell a lot of the plot, to reveal, what's going on internally with the character.
Yeah.
And I think the music did a lot of that too. Like, I feel like that beautiful classical music got at a depth in him that he would never be able to translate to other people.
Oh,
you know?
yeah. And it's because and your Hemingway allusion helps me out too, because Hemingway was so expert at minimalism
Mm-hmm.
and this is like Hemingway,
Mhm,
yeah,
yeah.
minimalist.
Yeah.
You know, you're not going to get it. It's just like somebody you love who doesn't come forward emotionally or even intellectually, and
yeah.
you know, and so and so as you're talking about it, that the music is a definite aid.
Yeah.
Where frequently music will go over the top in propelling your emotions. In this case, we need it.
Right.
So we can get more inside of him.
I totally agree with you. What else that I love is that there is no grand love affair that comes and heals everybody. You know, in some other movie of this type, with this type of plot, you know, he would meet somebody and he would shape up, you know, and that doesn't happen.
Yes.
I love that.
It's my kind of movie.
Yeah.
But for our audience at Christmas time, and they're now groaning as they're listening to us, saying, "I am not going to see this movie." First of all, it's superior movie making, and secondly, we can send them to La La Land.
Oh, I am so excited about La La Land.
And
those two together, boy.
Yes, Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone are in a musical.
It's amazing.
Set in contemporary time, and that is coming out. If it hasn't in some areas, it won't be, but here in Columbus, it'll be out the 9th of December.
I feel like that's...
For any of you who get a chance to see La La Land, it'll be a great antidote to this.
Perfect word.
Antidote.
Yeah.
All right, Sommer Marie.
Okay, it's time.
The movie is Manchester by the Sea. What grade would you, Professor, award it?
I give it an A+. You've got to see it, and it'll make you appreciate your family during the holidays.
Oh, good
for
point.
sure.
Good point. And I'm for sure at an A.
Yeah.